I think we had our coldest night. That's crazy. Also, look, my shoes are completely frozen. Like, they're just solid blocks of ice. I don't know how I'm going to get these shoes on my feet. I can't even undo the laces. We are still in bed because we're waiting for the sun to come out so my shoes will thaw. And we're also rerouting our next few days because I don't think we have enough food to get us to where we were planning on going, which was Independence. We didn't realize that just getting to Independence would add like how many miles?
Oh, it's 7.5.
7.5. Which in the grand scheme of things isn't that much, but we are already cutting it really close with our food. And we're realizing that doing 22 miles a day for the next 3 days with the climbs that we have ahead of us is probably not feasible. So now we think that we're gonna go into Bishop tomorrow. Oh, that was great. All right, it's 10 o'clock and we're just soaking in the rays right now because we're still defrosting from last night. But we're gonna start walking now.
Woohoo! I see it. Whoa!
He got dirty.
That's pretty.
Dang. So we are making our way up to Muir Pass right now, which is such an iconic point on the PCT. We've all been waiting for this moment for a really long time, so it's an exciting day today. There it is! Oh! Wow. We made it. Muir Pass. Wow.
Overnight camping and fires are prohibited.
Heading out. Wow. Here's the trail. These sun cups are massive. What was your advice? Okay. Big buck. Wow. A monster.
I will say that. Are you taking video?
I'm so over this climb right now. We've just been climbing and climbing and climbing all morning, and I'm so grumpy about it because none of these miles are even counting as PCT miles. I'm just climbing all freaking day just to get out of the Sierras and get into town and resupply. It's like 11 and a half additional miles. I'm like almost 4,000 feet up. At least it's pretty though. We made it! This is one of the hardest climbs on the trail. We're not even on the trail. That's why it killed me so much. Oh gosh, I'm so happy that's over with. Now where to pee? Not a good place to have to go. Look at the marmot. I'm seeing a lot of weekend backpackers, which means we are close to town. Actually, I can smell them before I even see them. Yes, we made it. Gotta ride.
Yeah, here's the James.
This looks so good. Luke is buying all of that.
Actually,
We'll see if they're gonna let us order like this for the drive-in. Daddy and Dozer. Check it out. The lake is still frozen down there. That's crazy. Also, this has been absolutely brutal with a full pack of another 6 days worth of food and just a huge climb. We've got a huge climb tomorrow doing Forester Pass, and then we're summiting Mount Whitney the next day. So it's just gonna be a tough few days, but man, I'm excited. Last week in the Sierras. Woohoo! We made it! That was crazy. Look at these mountains. Good job!
Been introduced, except for a couple of the streams. None of the fish are native, and so I haven't had any.
Look at this cute little pika. Hi, buddy. He's so curious about me. Good morning. Good morning. We got a really big day today. It's a intimidating day, but very exciting. We are tackling Forester Pass today. That is a huge, huge, huge climb. And we are doing the last bit of downhill before we just start climbing up for probably the majority of the day. We're gonna be hitting like almost 14,000 feet. There was actually a PCT hiker who passed away last year on this pass because of the elevation, but I'm not too worried about it because Parks and I have never had any type of severe reaction to elevation. But yeah, it's no joke. It's high. And then tomorrow we summit Mount Whitney, which is the highest mountain in the lower 48 states. So yeah, big few days ahead. We're really excited. We got something, I mean, it's special that we're summiting Mount Whitney tomorrow because it's actually Parks and I's 8-year anniversary, and we may plan something special for the top. We'll see. Oh my goodness, this is a climb. It's really putting me to the test. Well, it's official. This climb has officially made me cry.
It's just so hard. I can't breathe and my heart's just beating out of my chest. Woohoo! We made it! My thoughts have been consumed with food all day. Just like daydreaming about all the foods I'm gonna eat when I get back home. Or just even when I get into town. I think my body is officially eating itself. I have no reserves left. I've lost so much weight. I lost 15 pounds just training to be on the trail. So I was already 15 pounds lighter before I even stepped foot out here. And last time I weighed myself was in Etna, and that was a while ago. And I lost another 15 by then. So I have no idea how much I weigh right now or how much I've lost, but I'm starving all the time. And there's just like no amount of food that will satisfy my hunger. Like, I'll eat something and my stomach is still growling afterwards. It's nuts. I think today was the most exhausting day I've had on the trail so far. I'm just absolutely wiped after 22 miles, but I think our biggest climb is officially out of the way, and tomorrow on top of Mount Whitney for our anniversary, we decided we're going to renew our vows. So I gotta get to writing some vows down. Park's already got his done.
That's right.
Happy anniversary. Check out this feather. So we just left camp and we were crossing this log and I stepped on it just fine. It wasn't icy or anything, but when Park stepped on it, he like just wiped out, and he's now taking a breather because he hit his foot pretty bad. All right, it is 9:48 and we are beginning our climb up to the summit of Mount Whitney. I think it's like 7.5 miles up. We were supposed to leave earlier, but we want to make sure Parks is okay. It was a bad fall. He like took a chunk out of his leg, and then also his foot was really bruised. And at first we didn't know how bad his foot was hurt. It's kind of scary, but he's okay, and he's doing just fine. I took his pack though, just to make sure that he's feels good, but we're slack packing, which means we left our tents behind since we're camping there tonight, and we put all of the stuff we don't need, and so this pack is so amazingly light. I feel so fast right now. Whew, even without a pack, this hike feels pretty tough because we're so high up right now. The air is thin. I like scaring my mom as much as possible. Look, Mom! Look how high up I am! Look how steep this is! Say hi to your mom, too.
Hey, Mom. I'm up high.
How you feeling?
Like I can't breathe as well.
Yeah, I can't breathe at all. We're almost to the top. I'm feeling quite sick. I get hit with these waves of nausea. I'm starting to get a headache, so I'm ready to summit and then make my way down. Woo! Summit!
2 more arms.
heading off the summit. That was awesome.
Stop.
Parks doesn't like me filming right here.
Tripped 4 times before you started that video.
What's funny is my back is literally sore because I don't have a pack on. Like, I'm hiking with my back so straight and it's not used to it that it hurts. That marmot thinks he's slick. We can see you. Hello. This is your rock, I can tell. He doesn't care about me at all. Hi, bud. Made it to camp right at dark. It is so nice to come to camp with everything set up already. Also, check out this sunset. Wow, so pretty. Good morning. Woke up very grumpy. Just everything was out of sorts this morning. Nothing was where it needed to be, and I was trying to get going and getting on the trail at a reasonable time, and it just didn't happen. Just been a frustrating morning. Also, my period started, so that's probably a big contributor as why I'm not too happy. Doesn't mean it's going to be a bad day, though. Trying to change my attitude. These mountains look much smaller than the ones we've been climbing in the last few weeks. It's also very, very dry out here. We officially can't count on water sources being everywhere anymore. So we have a lot longer stretches in between. Basically, we're going to be carrying a lot more water, which isn't fun, but at least we get to ditch the bear can soon, which I'm so excited about. We have literally had the best luck when it comes to weather on the trail. Now that we're out of the Sierras, I'm just realizing how incredibly lucky we are. I can breathe like a sigh of relief that I don't have to worry so much about weather. Then I just was reflecting on the entire trail. Like, we have literally gotten so lucky. I think we've maybe had like 3 or 4 days of rain, and it wasn't even a full days of rain. It was like a couple hours here and there. All the fire closures has just magically opened for us as we get there. I mean, like, we've just been insanely lucky, and I'm so grateful. It's abnormal that we've had this good of luck. So in total, we probably hiked about 24 miles today, which feels so good to be able to do that many again because the terrain is just so much better. I just feel like I'm flying right now. But yeah, super happy with that. I'm hiking in the dark right now because there's no water out here and we don't want to dry camp, so we decided to push it to the next campsite that actually does have water. Wasn't really intended to hike in the dark, but here we are. But at least we pushed some miles today, so super happy. Good morning, just soaking up the first rays of the day. Stayed warm last night, but it's definitely cold once you get moving. But we're hoping to knock out some miles and get into town tomorrow. Woo! So this is actually Huck's last night on the trail, which is crazy. But we're so happy for him because he's officially done as of tomorrow. He's hiked the entire trail once he hits Kennedy Meadows. but it also means it's the last night where all three of us will get to be together on trail, and it's a weird thought because we have consistently hiked with him for like, I want to say 3 weeks now, and so it's gonna be weird without him. He is such an incredible person. I mean, just has lived the most crazy, heartbreaking, but also beautiful life. He's an incredible father, incredible storyteller. Just, it's been such an amazing experience getting to hike this trail with him, especially through some of the best parts. It's crazy, we started with him in the very beginning, day one, didn't even know who he was, became friends later, did goat rocks together. I mean, we've just experienced a lot of this trail with him, and I'm just really grateful. I'm just so grateful for him. I can't tell you how amazing it is to be able to walk without having to look at your feet the entire time. It is so nice to be able to like look up and look around again instead of just staring at your feet. But yeah, this trail is awesome. Look, our campsite came with Halloween decorations. Whoa. Look at those chompers. Good morning. I look like a traffic cone right now. Because my hair's up. There we go. It's a chilly one, but I'm wearing shorts today because I know that it's gonna get hot and we're gonna get into Kennedy Meadows and I'm gonna eat a burger and today's gonna be a great day. And it's Huck's last day on the trail. I can't imagine what that feels like. Actually, I can. I woke up at 2 in the morning last night and thought all about it for about an hour and a half because I couldn't go back to sleep. I was just thinking about home. I'm pretty excited. But we've got 17 miles to get into town. And then we're going to hopefully get a ride up to Tehachapi, where we're going to be reunited with Maverick. Hopefully. We'll see. But we're hoping to do the desert section with him and finish with him. And then our goal is to be done with this trail by November 15th. That's a reach, but I think we can do it. We are just chasing the sun right now. It's pretty cold. Oh my God, I love the sun so much. I love it. One of my favorite things about hiking a long distance trail is just watching the terrain change and recognizing new plants that you haven't seen before. One of my favorite things about the desert is all the sage. And it smells so good. I just got done sobbing because I just finished Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince and Dumbledore died. And I've seen the movies, but I've never read or listened to the books, so it is just hit me hard right now. I'm gonna be a wreck. I got one more book left. Look, saving this guy off the trail. We are officially in the desert. This is by far the hottest day we've had in a long time. Oh, we made it. Parks has never been happier. Not a big fan of the sand. Dozer and Daddy are here. They surprised us. What?
Innovative, you know, like real like practical kind of.
So that was a whirlwind. So we got to Kennedy Meadows
Daddy and Dozer surprised us there. We had no idea they were going to be there. And Kennedy Meadows General Store is like in the middle of nowhere. So when I saw them, I was just like, what? What? Also, I don't know if I mentioned this. They had to get off the trail because like I think maybe a couple weeks ago they got a call from the person who's watching Dozer's dog, and basically they were like, "Hey, your dog's not doing well. I would come home if I was you." So they decided to come home, pick up their dog. Their dog is in good spirits, but I don't think he has much longer. So they decided to go drive back to California and give their dog Bill like one last big road trip so he could see the world. And so anyways, they literally went to Iowa, picked up the dog, then drove all the way back to California, and they're just like helping out hikers and doing trail magic for everybody. And we were hoping to get into Tehachapi, but the ride that we had prearranged fell through. And Daddy and Dozer aren't going to Tehachapi. They are heading the other direction. So we were just like, oh, dang. How are we going to get to Tehachapi? And then this guy who is like working, he's like a land surveyor who was out in the area doing something. And he was just eating lunch there. And he's like, hey, I'm going to Tehachapi like in a couple minutes. Are you guys going to be ready? And we're just like, we can be. But then we had to say all of our goodbyes so fast. And so we had to say goodbye to Daddy and Dozer, and then we had to say goodbye to Huck. But we all got to hang out for at least an hour together and celebrate, and it was so amazing. And we are so thankful that a ride just lined up like that. But you can't say no to those rides. You just are like, if I've got to make this work, so like just gotta go right now. So it was just such a whirlwind. But we're into Hatchapi, and this is called the Park Special. He gets the cheapest motel in town.
We're going somewhere nice tomorrow. We're going to the Ritz-Carlton. Don't worry.
Yeah, I was just like, come on. We just spent like 3 weeks in the Sierras and we had our anniversary. Like, we can do better. And he agrees. So we're going to go somewhere nicer tomorrow.